Good evening, everyone. I'm Tassinix, and welcome to Season 68 3 vs 3 Grand Arena Championship, Week 2, Round 2. My opponent is an Erodium, so nothing to see here, folks. But fortunately for us, I am joined by my regular co-host, one of my regular co-hosts from Plotting and Scheming, semi-frequent guest here nowadays. Had him here just at the end of last week. But he's back to give us something else to watch instead of Erodium nothingness. It's TJ5270. How are you, sir?
Eating and working. Mouthful. Mom spaghetti. Let's go.
Mom spaghetti indeed. All right. Let's go ahead and make ready for the prediction. What kind of odds do you want to give the people tonight?
I guess the 2 and a 3, we're going to stick to that.
2 and a 3. Okay. Like your style.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing tonight? How many drops? 2 or less, 3 or more. Starting it up. Shinookum says, I dropped 31 battles today for the full clear. Could have been avoided if I opened with a cooldown pull on Slacker. Yeah? Is that the case? Is that what you guys been up to? Urokoro, good luck. Yeah, man, we'll pass that on to TJ. This is happening in my GAC shard. Have someone pulled up from Chromium. Really? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this bug with Erodiums getting up to the top of Kyber 1 was like a year old in January. So we're coming up on a year and a half solid of this. Fun
Dude,
stuff.
they're ready to start walking and talking at this point.
Yeah, that's how old this bug is. I appreciate that perspective on that. All right. Let's go ahead. Have us a look-see. So, TJ5270 versus... I can't read that. From the Phantom
You told
Menace.
me to say it 5 times fast. Yeah, you told me to say it 5 times fast.
Yeah, I did say that 5 times fast.
And I couldn't do it once,
No.
so I have to apologize.
Did you even plug it into Google Translate?
Do I ever do that?
I mean, I my curiosity would have driven me. Somebody in the chat will do it for us, I'm sure.
He changed his name, though, but he changed his name. It was 4 here, and then it changed to 2, so I don't know. I don't know even further.
Fair. All right. TJ at rank 44 and the opponent at rank 51. TJ coming in at 15.0 million GP to the opponent's 14.2 million. Top 80 GP, it's 3.13 million for TJ to the opponent's 3.07. Zetas, it's 408, 397. GAC Omicrons, 84 to the opponent's 75. Top 80 average speed, TJ's 161 to the opponent's 152. Kind of nice. All right, mod analysis, plus 25 speeds, TJ's 248 to the opponent's 171. 20 to 24 speeds, it's 338 to 298. Plus 20 speeds, it's 586 to 469. Plus 4% offense mods, TJ has 77 to the opponent's 132. And plus 6% offense mods, TJ's got 28 to the opponent's 38. What are you even doing, TJ? Jeez.
Being a bum in a schleb, dude. We know I started it late, man. I lived in the world of speed.
Shameful bum
dude,
crap,
for real.
I say.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Relic analysis. Total levels. TJ's 2,255 to the opponent's 1939. Relic 9s. TJ's 75 to the opponent's 49. Relic 8s. It's 108 to 55. Relic 7s. It's 87 to 76. Datacron analysis. TJ has 195 total rerolls to the opponent's 152. So, wow, that's pretty light. Level 9 Datacrons, TJ's 50 to the opponent's 40. 6 to 8s, TJ has 1, the opponent has 6. And 3 to 5s, TJ has 19 to the opponent's 5. All right. Catch up with the chat. Hey, Frick Frack, good to see you. Great port, we verified it was not cheating. Some back end. Yeah, also, you happy with your kid, Arj, and how he pushed through for a full clear? Yeah, man. I like seeing players, push for it. Like, even if you know you're gonna lose. Like, it's great that he pushed and won, but just to push for the clear anyway, I got respect for that. I really do. So, yeah, I do. I like the cut of his jib pushing through. According to Google Translate, the name of your opponent is Plateau Hawk. So, I wonder if he keeps floating around this rank and can't move and he feels like he's plateaued. That's what that's a comment on. Anyway, yeah.
He's got a really successful run. I don't know, man. He's done really well. Lots of greens, I guess. Yeah, there's been a couple here and there, but I mean, the names he's alluding to, like Caps King, Sigamaru, these are, you know what I'm saying? He's playing quality players.
All right. Well, taking a look at his Galactic Legends straight away, that 602 speed slacker is a monster.
Dude, isn't that crazy? And it's like he didn't, and what's to respect completely, right? I've never seen a 602 speed, but also keeping a good amount of the numbers on it as well, right? He's still got the health. He's still got the damage. It's like, man, impressive.
Yeah, a couple of his GLs are downright slow, but that's to be expected. You got to make some trades somewhere. Yeah, wow, this bulked out slow cat. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've needed super fast cat for some time. I think we all just kept it out of habit. All right, good stuff. Let's take a look at his Omega Bot report. Thank you, TJ, for sending this over. So this is on the opponent's last week. This guy looks like he likes to attack pretty early on. So, you know, don't give anything away yet, TJ.
Spoiler, he did put some numbers up for me, so that is there.
Okay. All right, speed comparison. Yeah, reasonably competitive with TJ, kind of taking the lead somewhere around 22 and keeping it thereafter. As far as GAC Omicron. Okay, so he's missing a Saj. Turpa, Krennic, FOTP, Night Trooper, Princess Leia, Rose Tico. So he has the brightest and best of them. All right, that's fair. As far as efficiency last week, a couple 59s if you'll give them to him. Wow, 5 of them actually. 57, 56, 54, 53, and then what? 1, 2, 3, 34s and a couple 24s. So 5 drops all of last week. All right. Defenses that he was setting. Slacker, Tarkin, Rey Swolo, EEzra, Aphra, Binzori, Great Mothers, Fugitive Omega, Kelleran Beck, Gas, Vader, like a Vader Star Killer? I don't know. Huskins.
No, it's nothing crazy.
It's just a cheese?
It's trying to catch you off guard, but it's not any, like, I'll figure out the answer if he puts that. But I think what's going to be there is Mace.
I got you. Okay. All right, Tusken Chieftain, Ahsoka with Watt, Jango, stuff like that. Maybe GG, Baylan. All right, Fleet-wise, Malevolence, Executrix, and Executor. All right, that makes sense. Saving both Leviathan and Profundity for offense. Defenses by zone. This guy was setting Slacker, Tarkin, Rey Swolo, EEzra, Aphra, and then Gas. I think he had an opponent that just didn't attack.
I'm getting the bug test. So you keep doing it. I'm going to go back out of Discord and then come back in.
What's bugged?
The bug. I have to basically be in the game. And GAC
sure. No worries. Yeah. We'll be good.
So you do your thing. I'll come right back.
No worries. I'll be right here. All right. Offenses that TJ's opponent was using. Leia, Sith Eternal, Reva, Gungans, Sawcrex, Lord Vader, JMK Cat, Jabba, Darth Revan, Queen, Maul, Malgus, JMK Jedi Cal, times Baylan, times Cere Malicos, Traya, Sidious. All right. Profundity, Leviathan, and then generally Negotiator, times Endurance. Okay. What did he drop on last week? Rey Swolo, EEzra, a Kelleran, and an Executor. Fair enough. All right, where are we at on that prediction, guys? Check back on Twitch. Says 1 minute 26 remaining. I'll give it till it says 1 minute on the clock, and we'll cut it off there. But yeah, here's to all of you.
I should be back and running.
I get to just kick back drinks while TJ does the work.
I expect you. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
I expect lots of swirling in the glass because I can watch it on Twitch and all that.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Indubitably. Yes.
Indubitably.
All right. Let's cut off that. Where are we at? All right. DJ, the people are with you. 75% of the points went 2 or less. 25% went 3 or more.
Nice.
All right. You're streaming. Let me pop that up.
Yeah, it should be up, but it's like because of the Discord stuff again, which I haven't done in a while. I have to be in the game in GAC, and it shouldn't lock up on me.
You are all good, sir. All right. Let's see. It looks like I have you up properly. Go ahead and take the people through your defense and then through the opponent's defense.
All right, so I just want to make sure your nipples are ready, Sass. You haven't seen anything. I haven't given out any details.
I haven't seen a thing. I haven't seen a thing.
All right, so here we go. I got to start bottom because I can't show everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So bottom, I did the gas, the Rex, the corrects, talking to Tass, and I like the utilization because obviously Queen is out. So playing something that's going to do it, and I actually have scores for you because he was nice enough to go or to do it early, right? So he scored a 54, indicating he actually used C. It was not his first attack. If we're going first off, first thing he did was SLKR. He didn't wait. Perfect banners, 57. He's been doing, or 67. He's been doing it just fine. Next one was right into Ahsoka. So I've been studying this with the Zalbarkron. He got, again, a perfect 57. No problem there. I did set the Mace, the Depa, and the Ayla. I did spice them up. It's bulk, and then it's the Vanguard long text. So there's craziness that ensues. He also got perfect banners on that 57. And my boy, who's been doing the God's work, LV, drop, back out. So what I think he did is he tried, because I'll show it later, he tried to use Cere and got stopped. So he had to back out, was a withdrawal. He was showing tendencies to do it. That's why he's got your people. So back out. What he's doing though, and showing history for, he's not setting LV. He's doing the one that I was talking about before that does really good. He's doing LV Bane. And lo and behold, he went and cleaned it up for a 38. That's his LV Bane. So LV's not in the back.
Very expensive clear. Nice.
Yep, but he's doing it because he's technically on the efficiency side. 14.2 versus 15 and everything else. And as you saw, not a lot of data crunch. He has to be sure. So he's trying to make sure that he's going to cost you. And it'll make more sense when we look at the SLKR and everything else he's doing. And also the lucky bastard got a 374% defense Barishkron. And you saw he's got less rerolls. That dude, that means he rolled really good on his Barishkron. Like, I'm super jealous.
Rolled super hard on that one Kron.
Yeah, man. It's we'll get to it, but either way. Okay, and then we had the Gas Rex Cracks. Again, he got a 54. What he's been showing to do with that is C, and then he's doing a set. And he's getting a 54, so the information tracks. It opens up to the back. He hasn't touched it yet. So I was talking to Tass. We were going through it. I had to set my 15th team. That ended up being Trench. I'm not standing by it, looking at it. It's not in a position of power. I needed a team to make sure what I was going to have, I was going to need. So there it is. Fomega actually got me a hold last round. LV last round, and Fomega actually doing the good stuff. That held up the Aphra. So I talked to Dagger, was talking through Tass and everything else. The trip with the Chrysanthemum has actually been doing really well for what it's going to require. And then the trip with the build-in of the prot disruption and everything else, phenomenal. So I love it. Gungans, and then honestly, I wanted to swap it up a little bit. So I went ahead with a defense crit avoidance build with defense and offense on a Mandalorian Kron.
I like this.
Stack some of the things. Yeah, it's a cool idea. I would love. I actually rolled a good retribution one, which I think is going to be fun. But this was solid numbers, and the defense I think will hold true.
All right.
All right. All right. So if your nipples are ready.
Oh yeah, let's see. What do we got? Ooh.
This beautiful baby, the load is so delicious. So I was telling you, Sass, I'm like,
that's bad.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's preloaded and no one is dead. Oh, that's bad.
Yes.
That's very bad.
You know what this is, right? And I can tell you what it is. It's a bad luck run of Queen. Queen is one of the counters you don't really do here because, and we watched Fatal. Fatal played it very well, and even then he was playing with this food. It is super gross. I have 260, so it's one of my better defense crons that I have.
Yeah.
But this set dude is like, oh, I saw that. I'm like, oh man, yeah. He's like, you know what? I've got nothing in me to go anymore, so I'm gonna hold it. So that's what I was waiting for. Tass has not seen it. I have not given anything away, but man, I get to play with my food now, so I get to see where we're at.
Show the good people that Zarriss cron.
It's nothing crazy, so it's correct. It's literally just. It's not bad, but I've also tried to roll into it. I can't get more rolls on it. It's doing what it would normally do. So it's like as I get rolls, I go for it. But it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, it's above the threshold and everything is set. And then also the other thing I've done is I'm gonna call it Sididized the top. So the other thing people are doing is I've given you a lot of Sid targets, but I put a lot of tenacity up into each team that you're going to Sid. So I'm not just going to give you a free run. You may try it, but you may also lose. And so we'll see also, that's what I've been running into this week with the people I'm facing in the top 50. Mm-hmm. They're setting up these teams, but if you're not paying attention, I know it happened to Striker on one of the things, which has caused me to relook at everything and also to re-roll more of the tenacity ups. So things like Baylan, any of the things you could Sid, I'm going to set like 15 of them that are hard teams and allow you to try to hit that. And that's the strategy I'm going with right now. And it seems to work because if you don't pay attention, you're in a lot of trouble. So, all right. So we have the mothers with the setup, and this is the setup to be able to kill an Ahsoka. So it's Tass's, the one modding that he got from his patrons and the one that he talked about. I built that this way. I resped up my spirit though. Mm-hmm. So she's back up to a 330. She's back up to crit damage with that. What's a 10k? I think it is for the damage. So she's going to stay going fast, and they're going to stay going healthy. And as long as they're going to be stealthing and doing that, you're not going to be able to get those dots on it. Mm-hmm. Tarkin, also the build setup. This is the turn meter one for the level 6. I'm just going to keep them going because they're pushing out so many debuffs. That's my thought.
Yeah.
Allow them to rep it that way, and that's with tenacity up. So you don't get to just go in and sit this. You can try, but my hope is that the TM game that's going to go is going to stop you from being able to do that. Then back. I saw some of the other builds, but the Beck with the Jocasta and the Tempo Guard feels like the most prohibitive when you're trying to split your resources and set it up. So okay. As we live and breathe.
Our man wants it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and then we have Tuskens. So the Tuskens, I put another tenacity up as we're going for it. So we'll see where it's at. But so that's what we have. All right. We'll come back and see what he does.
Yeah. Let me catch up with the chat a second. Yeah, Gavon says, in the land of the crazy, the 260% defense cron that you have there on your Rey is sane.
It is true. Because I'm doing the touch the sun business right now. Mm-hmm. It is absolutely coming into the world where I'm like, I'm not getting bad players. I am getting the checkbox highly efficient. So it's a sweat of another nature where I'm having to plan my 57s accordingly. We're beating it. And you saw he may have gotten caught on my Rey, but he absolutely checkboxed my SLKR. And his is not any joke with the speed. He also hit the numbers to make it scary. So it's going to be, we're going to have fun.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right. RX Jayhawk says, I'm facing a Maw AU player with a 415% defense Barris cron, 61 rerolls. That is a monster. Good luck with that. Don't envy you. Have fun. All right. Back to you, TJ.
No worries. All right. So up top, because he's a 14.2 and looking at it, we're going to be looking something on the cheesier side. He might have done an LV, but he did not. So I expect we're not going to see many changes because he was 3-0. It was successful. Why make the change? And as Tass has told you before, if it's working, you're not going to fix it. You may make a tweak here or there, but I don't expect much in the back. It's all in the front. He's going to have his Ahsoka, Watt, and Barriss, but his Barriss is at 374. I'm going to have to respect it. So I might have to put something heavy. That's why I pulled some of the other defense I had, because I was expecting this, man. So let's see. So we have, there's no tenacity up, and I thought he might have done it, but he went 2%. Sid has an actual 90% win rate, I believe. It's nothing high, so I may be adjusting what I try to do here. We'll see how far we get.
All right.
Oh, he cleared it. He did clear it.
He did.
So the rate, that's okay, but that's
tax is enough. Tax is enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got, that's for him to have to go for that. That tells me he had to spend a lot. Mm-hmm. Temple Guard. It's just a Temple Guard setup. Nothing there. Finn Zori. Oh, he's going again. Finn Zori. It's just Finn Zori. The Fomega. It's again nothing funky. It's just a bulk with the same ignore taunt. Interesting. He's trying to be funky with this, and anybody who knows it, Padme lead with the tech setup and regaining the buffs. So if you know the game well enough, I'm going to figure out how to work around this, but he's definitely trying to pop the true damage and the other setups of trying to get the translation going faster so that his team just continues to regain up and up.
It's a pretty cool cheese team, actually. Yeah.
If you're not paying attention, it's easily to catch you. I may still Traya. I have Baylan as well, so I'm gonna see where I go with it. But that's kind of where I'm at. He definitely set himself up for something good, and smart with the tank revive.
Yeah, it's not a bad call.
Mm-hmm. Hey, he's moving quick. Good for him. I don't know if he's gonna be ready for it. So he just got. What was that? What did it say? It kept it both. So he got a total of 95. So what was that? A 55 and no. About a 2-shot? I'm not worried about it. Either way, it shows a 95.
All right.
All right. Let's see. Nothing else up there at the bottom where it's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
SLKR. So we've talked about it, and one of the things I didn't talk about is the threshold that I call for DRey. And depending on where that threshold is at, what they're doing, that really changes who you want to bring and what you want to do. He definitely hit it. So we know about the 602 with the super fast SLKR. It's still going to be the JMK, but if you build your mace correctly, mace is great. This guy has a super fast, what did I tell you, Sass? 320 speed, health built, R9 mace. That's OG. And that's his tank that he's taking, and it's working very well for him. And he did it again. So it's like, I may have to look at it, but it's like,
okay,
the mace is definitely the way to go. Yeah, so he's got a really good build of what we were doing. For his DRey, it is on the slower side. It's got the setup, right? So some of the crit damage, but it's still 10-9. So this is gonna slap. These are the things I talk about when we're looking at what the threshold's gonna be. Mine hopes that's gonna hold together. But if you got a 2-shot, I have and I can afford to clean it up as long as I kill some people. It'll probably be super expensive, but this is obviously one of the check boxes.
Dig it.
Mm-hmm. Tarkin is this Tarkin right here is just the tenacity up with the clone cleanse. So he's just, again, making sure I don't get to sit it, but I have something else in mind for that. The other checkbox, Rey Ben Ezra, and it's with the Heracron. So I'm going two ways. I'm either going to Leia do this with the Hera as well, or I'm also probably going to try the Queen. So we're going to go back in with Queen again. So I'm expecting I'm probably going to do.
Yeah, I don't know what the turn meter does in terms of affecting the Queen fight, but I know this. If it's not a set 22 high defense, I would feel pretty confident in Leia Drogan R2.
It's just determining, because we talked about it before. I'm wondering if Ezra is the right one to apply the stagger to. And in this situation, I don't think the stagger is going to do anything because he's just going to get to go. there's no way for me to get in front to stop and lock it. I'm hoping where I get to is the Ben again, which is the one we've normally been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, next one, he did Aphra, but he's doing BT. My plan for this is actually going to be Saw.
Okay.
I looked at it; it looks pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
But I laughed at, I was telling Tass, depending on how we go here, somebody was able to get a Wampa to work on the Tarkin with the current build.
Really?
So depending on how funky this gets, I might try Wampa. I haven't decided yet. We got to see how the rest of the fight goes. This may be the 5th fight I do.
Incredibly disrespectful, if true.
That's why I'm like, ooh. But it's also, to be fair to this, it's not a damage build. It's not a setup with like gaining offense. It's just tenacity cleanse on top of cleanse, right? So I'll look at the numbers and make a decision. But right now I have on good authority from Dagger and what supports from Insight, Adrad is probably the Tarkin killer, because also just going with the fact that he has and I looked at it. Adrad looks pretty solid, and it's not even requiring like a rebel fighter. Nice. So I'm expecting Adrad or something along those lines, and then just normal gas Rex 5s. He made sure we're not doing the bros. So to be fair to the man, he ensured, he locked in for the potency. Two things I see that I can probably do. Jabba the solo man has been showing to be able to get this for 59 or the C. Yeah. So I haven't determined where I'm going to go with it yet. But yes, I saw right now it's Jabba or C is expected, depending on how things work out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ads are on the way. I'm going to give it a minute. We'll see if he's done anything else. 2-shot there. So I'll let the ads go. I guess we can just check box. Let's see what's going to happen for the rest of the night.
Yeah, you can get yourself set up for your first fight.
Yep.
Oh, man.
You tell me about it. You're saying that. I got to fight the fight.
No. I'm looking forward to it. I think this is going to... I mean, which one are you going to do first?
I think it's this one. Regardless of whatever happens, I'd rather just get it over with.
Same.
See what I'm going to have to do from here. Because I feel like I have enough, but we never know. They can make a determination that what I'm going to try to do is not good enough. He's got a really respectable setup. Like, huge respect to his build. So it's really going to be, are things in my favor. So I might be pretty quiet playing it, because I'm going to be probably adjusting my fight as I go. And then if nothing else, we'll see where we get.
Mm-hmm. RX Jayhawk says, does he have new mace? I swear that can solo a Jabba. I did a cleanup with Jabba and Bausch was gone. With Jabba and Bausch was gone fast, and Jabba just took each one out. Yeah, so he's saying that against Mace, if you see it solo, Jabba, he thinks is going to take it down.
Oh, I expect so. Yeah. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? Because there's just nothing you can do. Right now, if you look at the season, Jabba, with the support prawn, is doing God's work on defense, because you don't get to use the same counters, right? We saw Shake had it, and we were going through it. But other than that, Jabba is just giving you your 59s where you want. He's basically like your new Nest. And that it's fine depending on the setup. So,
makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Nomads came in and gave. I was like, dude, where are my ads? I forgot.
That's right. Nomads. If you guys missed the last stream,
Nomads.
Yeah. If you guys missed the last stream, Nomads did more Nomads things. Just dropped in and dropped like 600 subs all at once.
I was going to say, and beat his new record, right? I think he set you up.
Level 22 hype train is what that was last time.
Dude, Nomads just comes in and Nomads.
The very best.
Yeah. That's why he sits at the top of the throne.
That's right.
It's just a fair statement.
All right, are we ready? We're ready when you are, boss.
All right, man.
Let's go get it done. Adam Garunt, Adam Dargunt says, holy, I got that sub. Yeah, a lot of people, just about everybody. Everybody's mom got that sub.
I would expect that would be like that. She's strong. Still here. Okay. Okay. He'll take his turn now. So far, I'm okay. That's all right.
Yeah, choosing to go after him. Yep, and then Fives just took his turn.
Yep, there's that.
Pop, and then you're on fear.
You know this is coming.
I knew this feeling. So well.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yes. Okay.
I'm sorry, a little excited. I apologize. If anybody in there was loud.
I wanted it to go well for you. So nice.
I know you did. I know we all do, man. It's like, you could be your worst enemy. It's like, man, I really hope that your SLKR fight goes well.
Yeah.
For enemies, you don't understand the power of SLKR. He brings everybody together. Perfect. Full ult. We're just gonna go this way. Yeah, you hit that fives. You take that man out.
I would do it to
I'm still gonna do it here.
Yeah, I like that call.
Yeah, it's the right call. Yeah, it's the right call. Plus the protection, I'm just gonna keep him where I need him. Oh yeah. Oh dude. Sass, I need you to check your nipples.
Mm-hmm.
They're hard. They're hard, man.
Farmerfriend.gif.
Dude, look at that shit. Just take it. And to get another 57, by the way. I'll take my 65.
Solid. Dude, 1980 says, is Fives better here instead of Mace with JMK, and why? So the answer is that if they're both at Relic 9, which is where we're at right now, it's about 20%, up to 20% better to use Fives. Now, part of that is Slacker's AI will always target Fives so long as Fives is alive. You can't really say that about any other tank. He will be targeting Mace most of the time. I've seen him do it. I've also seen him not do it. I've seen him not target GK. I've
seen him not do the stun at all, and I've only ever seen this outside of Fives. So I just want to be fair.
So the first big reason to take Fives is because of the hard target. And second, most of us have him in full defense sets, protection primaries. Technically speaking, for use with this counter, it would be best if those protection primaries were health, and then he'd get that much more benefit out of protection up and stuff like that. But that being said, most of us have a pretty solid Fives anyway, so as you saw, his Fives wasn't going anywhere. It was fine. The issue with the fight, the only reason folks, I think, at Relic 9 might favor Mace is because if Mace gets a full turn meter bar, he will pull somebody out of stealth. But as you see in this fight, and it was the same with mine, he goes, which triggers her to do a basic, and then Slacker pops off, and then she does a lightning. Mace just doesn't do anything for that. Not that Fives does either, but at least I have the ultra high reliability of Slacker only going after Fives. So that's it. Yes, so abusing Slacker hard on for Fives. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could call it that. CG's known about it since Slacker came out, and has not seen fit to do anything about it. So. Stevo, howdy Tass, what have I missed? What are you using versus that triple only Tarkin? I don't know what TJ intends to use. My guess, probably Sidious.
No, you don't do Sidious here. That tenacity
with the tenacity thing, that's damnation. I see.
You do not do that. Now can still work, but why risk the fight? Right now, it's between Adrad and funny enough Wampa. But this
There you
guy
go.
is also 57ing he's just eating my board up, which is, it's okay.
Yeah.
But he's giving me 2 drops to play with my food. Unfortunately, where I'm at, guys, I hate to say it, I'm in the full-on sweat and only going higher. So I don't know how much I'm willing to risk. Normally, I would say let's learn some stuff. But
Yeah.
I saw where Wampa worked once. I don't know if I'm willing to do that right now, though.
Stiggins says, did you use the Jedi Crown there? I missed it. Yes, that is the Hodo Crown there. That unpreventable protection up is pretty slick for those back-to-back true damage lightnings. Let's see. Yeah, Bodofogo says, Mace rarely gets a turn is what I've experienced. The tank, whoever it is, if they get stunned, which is really what their job is in this fight, it's not important that they actually use their abilities. When I say Mace can take a turn, what I mean is when his turn meter bar fills and then goes back to 0, the active bat will trigger his unique to pull a stealth character out of stealth. So at least you have that passive benefit. And when you're considering how Drey's level 15 ability works, that's why you want to pay attention. Like in TJ's fight, his 5s had a full turn meter bar. Drey took a turn, then 5s went back to 0 because he was slacker stunned, and then Drey got to go again off of that. So, yeah, that's it. That's the idea. But anyway, Herfadurfa says, CG did this on purpose with 5s. It was a fix that they did. They consciously changed Slacker's coding after release to go for 5s like that. It also will specifically ignore a 5s who is taunting if gas is standing. Helpful to be reminded of. That's it's going back a ways. Thank you for the reminder, Herfa.
I would say the other thing is to take into account. People keep saying Mace. The one thing my opponent did, which was smart, he built a super fast, healthy Mace. So there's multiple turns that are going to take place regardless of stun or not. My only concern when it comes to the Mace, whenever we're doing it and where we're at, where Tass is at, or anywhere else, the damage output from Drey, and again, I'm gonna keep this specific. The Drey true damage, what's hitting, will literally delete a Mace in 1 turn if allowed. 5s has about 80% armor. That's going to sustain those hits that can come up. So I just want to call it out that yes, Mace, if you could get that correct modding, and I would honestly say R9 for where we're at, don't assume that's the same if there's those true high damage Dreys. Be careful of that.
Sounds good. Let's see. Yeah, Herfa, you're right to remind us. There is a whole list of elevated priority units for Slacker to target. You mentioned Grandmaster, JKR is another. Yeah, there are a handful.
Thrawn, any of the old school folks will know and try to exploit that, and that's kind of what we're doing with the 5s again. But 5s will pre-taunt, so we're ensuring the priority and targeting, and can take the hits to sustain the damage.
Yeah.
All right, man. We ready for the next one?
Ready
I
when
figure
you
if I'm
are,
going to
man.
live in this. All right, let's get this one. I don't know what's going to happen, so again, might be quiet. We're going to see.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think so, RX. I don't think that I'd mess with it, because if you're trying to bring R2 instead of a tank for that JMK counter, you're asking for trouble. Like the reliability of Slacker for going after R2, I don't know is as high. Holy shit, that was some...
They're 25%, so I'm looking. Hold on, I'm thinking right now. His turn meter's not up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I like hitting right here.
All right, that's set. Okay. Last turn meter, set it up. I missed. I'll lock back down. Perfect setup there. Okay.
Okay. It's a nice problem to have. Nice problem to have.
All
Decisive. Right. This is the power of that Krennic Kron with a level 12 ability active.
I will say This looks amazing. I want to call out, watch Tass's stream for where there's differences in the fight. Defense threshold changes the fight. This was a fast setup, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And the Heracron, these other crons, but what Tass fought is night and day different, and I would play my fights completely different if I was Tass in his situation when he fought Sasha. I need to call this out. Don't just look at it and think it just does this work. No, you need to be aware of what's going on and play those pieces accordingly. It is not the same fight, and Tass did his best, but it can be tough. So I'm just calling that out. All right, that was good.
Yeah, Jayhawk, I understand what you're asking. Trying to force Slacker to stun JMK. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh, you can't. He won't. You can't. Okay, that's the list that Herf mentioned. You have to look at AI priority. GMY is a call up, but there's no way he can fit there.
He's just saying he's remembering, the thing where you trade back with Cat and R2, and then you smoke screen JMK and you force a hit on the JMK instead. It's like, I don't see that happening, because you're thinking about after each and every one of your turns, you have an interceding turn from DRey. That's a quick recipe for 2 lightnings. That's my thought there.
Yeah, it's just going to depend on what you're facing, man. But, man, I'm in a good spot. Sass, I'm getting crazy ideas, man. I've got 2 to play with.
No, play smart stuff. What, like you said, stick to the script.
It's deciding. Oh, no, I'm not changing those. I'm talking about, do I want to do a Wampa on the Tarkin? It did show to work. And the AI priority, and for everybody here, the reason it'll work and why what Sid does works too, when there's a single target, the AI will play differently. Again, OGs will know this and knows with the setup. When there's only one, there's a chance it can work. So it's like, if I could disrespect it to do Wampa, that would be hilarious. Am I deciding I'm going to do it yet? I don't know. But having both of my things that I need to work puts me in such a great place for the rest of the board. And now I open up to have I open up to have Bane, his Ahsoka Watt. Barriss in the back is done. I know he doesn't have LV because he got a 58 on my LV, so it's like, I've told the story. I almost want to try it, man.
Okay. Let's see it.
I know I'm thinking, man, because if it works, Tass, that is amazing.
It would be cool.
I'm gonna get another thing of me being a hacker. I got told that the last time because they set a nihilist proof board or a Sid proof board, and I Wampa'd a team. Let me look, man. If this works, dude, it's gonna be hilarious. Hey. Let's look for the 65%. Dude, if this beats I can't imagine if this beats this setup. Let me look at his. Oh, this is CX2. No, it is.
It is.
I didn't pay attention,
trying
man.
to do that cross team thing.
Yeah, but even then, because that's right. I didn't look at the right team. I'm glad I went back and looked at this.
Yeah.
No DCT, Scorch, Tarkin. So I probably will have to add Rad. That boost up changes things. I'm glad I went back and looked at this. All right, so tenacity up. Sans to dispel. Baylan. Adred doesn't work.
Okay. So the disarm's
Baylan
pretty potent there.
Baylan is showing to have worked as a cleanup. And what that means is that they took a full team. The CX2 is scary.
Okay.
1 minute, 29 seconds. They did the 5% offense stacking, high crit damage. Okay, defense. Really good protection. All right, so Agrad is out. Sorry, guys. I got to change plans real quick.
With Sidious's AoE Dispel, can't Sidious work, though? His concern is the potency up, tenacity up, level 3. So, yeah, I don't know.
This is different. CX2 is going to lock that down. You can't do that with CX2.
Desecrim in the chat says, can't you still Sidious since Oppo isn't there? I don't know what
you have to look at his...
But
the Oppo really isn't going to do anything. There's a chance, one, you have to take into account is that combination.
Mm-hmm.
And when he does his, if I'm not mistaken, his slash out, when he does this, if I'm not mistaken, it should set it up to be, yeah. I would, it's showing already to not work, man. Tried twice, 0% win rate.
Okay. So what are you thinking then?
Right now, Baylan. I don't know if I can play with that. LV, so Gavin's, I know you weren't here for it. So my opponent, because he has to set SLKR, he's more of an efficiency style player. He does LV Bane against LV. He failed on my LV and then had to clean it up and got a 38. So that is 100% LV Bane.
Yeah.
And I have Leia. If I even thought there was a hint of that, it's not back there.
I think that's right.
Like what I've set, yeah, there's no way. Let's do this one. Okay. Saw that this should do it. I already know I'm going to do this, by the way, which is why I'm doing it.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so I should get a fight going and I'll look, because I got a stew on that team. All right, this is what I'm going to do. Let's see how this goes.
I believe in you.
I'm trying to believe in me too, so I appreciate it.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Uh-oh. Oh no.
I'm still waiting for your uh-oh.
Yeah, this is the uh-oh. Yeah, it's uh-oh. Not good for them.
Oh, okay. I was like, what do you mean?
No, you're good. You're good. Sorry for the panic.
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? All right. I don't care about that. Not yet, anyway.
I wonder if doubt being on Kyle prevents him from getting the offense gain from Luthen's middle. I wonder if that's a thing.
All right, that ain't great.
You would consider it a buff, right? Mad Max liking the stash? Yeah, I mean, it's the same facial hair I've had since I was like 22. So, nothing new here. But appreciate it, nonetheless. Thank you. Stevo says, I've never faced a Tarkin with CX Omicron. With Tarkin, I've faced everybody. Yeah, everybody's putting CX with Lord Vader. Yeah, towards the top of the game, something like that, you could reasonably expect there to be some mix-up on, just to throw players off the mark. Like, look what it's doing here for TJ. He knew of a couple great ways to deal with the standard composition, and now it's not that. He might still be able to get through it just fine. But the point is that it threw a wrinkle in the plan.
Oh, man. It's locked. It did it again. But I still got the win.
Yeah, okay. It counted your fight, though.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I still get the
do what you got to do. No worries, man. Yeah, no, the stash isn't new, Mad Max. Maybe it's just standing out a little better today. I don't know why, but yeah. By the way, guys, enjoy this last evening of 30 FPS on this camera, because I sprung for a nice webcam. I think it's like It's an Elgato webcam, and I think it's one of the first, if not the first, 60 FPS webcams. This thing's gonna be nice. You guys are gonna be counting my pores and shit. More than you've ever wanted, but it's happening. Perf says, Canada Pet's whole defensive strategy is, I'm going to try and find comps not on .gg so that my opponent has to figure it out on themselves. I think at a certain point in the game, players don't have enough mechanics knowledge to kind of work their way around it. But if they do have some mechanics knowledge, then it ends up that you kind of just set it depends on how many teams you're doing this mix-up on. But let's say you try to do it with every team. If the player actually does know mechanics, then you kind of just set a GIMP board, you know?
All right, I'm back.
Nice to see the hat is back. Yeah, it's not too hot to wear a hat this evening, so it's all good. Yeah, we got you back on screen, boss.
Cool. All right, he's clearing right through it, man. So, like, nothing else is going to do his thing.
Yeah. You've taken your packs out of him. That's enough.
Oh, dude, 2 of them. 2 great ones.
That's right, Empire. Looking forward to seeing your hat in 2160 quality. Well, you guys remember, more than a month ago, I want to say, gosh, closer off to 2 months, I ordered the new hat. The new hat is a fez that is actually like a stormtrooper's helmet. But, it's in the shape of a fez. And, it's like made out of leather. It's really nice. It's a handcrafted thing. So it's actually being made by an Etsy artisan. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. It's due around the middle of July. So we're all looking for it.
You gotta love it. When you go look this up, the person who set this, 74. Oh, he's doing the ships already. The person who set this, and why you're seeing the fails, is it's all the same person.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the only one to have set this season so far.
I got you.
So Baylan seems correct. Like I would agree with that.
Okay.
Big damage doesn't care about it, and I should be able to kill the people. So we're gonna learn together. Yeah, I'm trying to play this out in my head. Let me actually check. What do you look like at R7? It's not bad. 300. 191.
Hey, Tiny Bubbles. Good to see you. Well,
that's good, man. That's good.
Yeah, pretty solid Tarkin team, to be sure.
He's R7. So for that setup, I'm alright with that.
What I want to know is, let's say they didn't have the level 3 that they had. Would just the addition of CX2 put the kibosh on Sidious and Wampa? I wonder.
Wampa was only with the other setup, so let's say no potency of tenacity up, but we're going to keep the dispel.
Sure, yes, because, we'll say that.
0% win rate 6 times seen.
Okay.
Baylan's still holding strong at 100%. This is the level 6, and then Gungans. So the 2 are Gungans, and then you're into, of course, BKM, JML.
Mm-hmm.
So you're overkilling is the option, and then 2 times TRaid, 1 times 50% win rate when you do AdRad. You don't add rad with CX2 there.
I'm very interested in this because you could do like Lord Vader DCT Oppo. Or I think somebody, hold on, in the chat, Bane was saying you really need to put in Oppo to completely squash out something like Sidious and Wampa. And if that's the case...
You don't need Oppo. I'm telling you, I'm looking at it. 6 people have tried it, and this all I did was remove the level 3 and kept the 65%. So the level 6 is there. This is without any level 9.
Mm-hmm.
Literally 6 times seen, 0% win rate.
Okay.
So it's telling you right there alone.
The dispel level 6 alone might be death for that.
All right. Now, if I take away the level 6, 70% win rate against this team. 48 battles. I don't know if I
yeah,
like
Tiny. That's what we've been talking about. He has a level 3 and 6 on the team. Specifically the 6, which gives them the 65% chance to dispel debuffs at the start of their turns. That's pretty bad news for Sidious. Disarm from CX2 is probably not great, but it's a non-standard, non-prescribed Tarkin composition, so he can't handle it either of the ways he was planning to do it. So this is one of his audibles he's having to make here.
Yeah, it kind of makes me glad I pulled Baylan right now.
For sure.
Baylan holds the best win rate against this team, which is respectable because the team is no joke.
Sure.
We get to cheese it, but that...
No, take it down. And we're back from ads, so we're at your ready, man.
What are ads? Do you do ads here? It's so weird.
We do from time to time, yes. I want to say every
why don't they just get
minutes.
why don't they just get them one of them nomads?
Yeah.
Nomads will take care of all that shit.
Desecrim, what is the level 3 and the level 6? I'm not so sure that the level 3 makes a ton of difference, but the level 6,
helps.
that is the dispel, the chance to dispel themselves, that's damnation. To the Sidious dot stacking strategy. Gregor 2435, follow the channel. Appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you.
All right, man. What seems to be sticking out? Dad bods is working. Just some kind of
that means
stuff
it's armor penetration. I mean, it's armor. You want to think of it like this. Armor penetration.
This is what I'm going to take the one right here.
Armor penetration helps the first 2. Crit damage helps all 3.
This is what I'm probably going to do. Yeah, there's crit damage on each cron. That's one of the common things. Armor penetration and crit damage seem to be a constant.
Dig that.
Crit damage makes sense to me. So good armor penetration, crit damage.
Sure. Hey, thank you, J-Rod Fantastic, for the sub. No, sorry, that's for the YouTube sub. And for the follow. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate everybody doing the Twitch sub and the YouTube follow. That's how it's done. That's right. Tiny says, I'm taking a chance on my roster and going against my better judgment. I'm going to work on Leviathan and then all the raid Rex, then Lord Vader. All of this once I finally get Jabba. What are my thoughts?
Yes. No, Task cannot talk. Yes. You always work to your biggest ROI, always. And your biggest resource that you get to get, is gear, but for a free-to-play is crystals. Income is the number one thing. So if you're telling me you don't have Leviathan, there's nothing to say it's not doing it. So especially because you're completely free-to-play, I've talked to many people, you need to work inside out. Yes, you should absolutely get your raid Rex because gear-wise, the box is one of the best things you can get. But for free-to-play, crystal income is how you play the game. And since you live and breathe that as a free-to-play, Arena, so Ship's Arena is the number one resource for getting your crystals.
So I think what he's implying here is that if you do not already have a fleet that allows you to take rank 1 in Fleet Arena every day, then Leviathan is rightly close to the top of your list. I know you said that all of the other things were being considered after you get Jabba. Definitely support you getting Jabba to lock in, the Smuggler's Run 2 and get that extra payment for it. But if you're not taking the rank 1, definitely put Leviathan just behind Jabba then. If you're already taking rank 1 and you are in a guild that is going to be, making something of itself in this new raid,
that's fair.
Then put resources into those raid characters. And here's my thing. If you want to be doing well in the raid, if you like what this new raid's about, you like most of the characters, you're inclined to put decent relics on them anyway, find a guild that's like-minded. Don't be the sucker that puts, the relic, the higher relics, the 8s, the 9s, whatever, onto teams so that you can be the 1 or 2 schmucks in your guild that's going to actually put their back into it and everybody else is freeloading. Don't be that guy. Find yourself a guild that's looking to put in, commensurate effort with your own. So,
I would 100% concur with that. Just You posting a big score does nothing when the 49 others that you with don't. That's great that you maxed your box, but if you're not, because then you're not really getting the full benefit of what you're putting into it.
Yeah, I don't know Aussie Mike's guild very well, Tiny Bubbles. I know Aussie Mike, nice enough guy. I don't really know anything about his guild. You would know better than I if their leadership's talking about having you guys get to a certain box ASAP. If that sounds like you, sounds like something you want, then stick with them. If not, look, I've got friends across a whole bunch of guilds that I have moved on from because I had goals in the game. I mean, I'm trying to, get the resources that I'm looking for to do what I want to do. And I'm just saying, like, I respect people putting in effort, getting the stuff that they need for raid. But every time I look and I see somebody that's got the bangers on their account, and then there's like less than 5 people that are actually doing all of the raid runs, let alone maxing them out, it's like, go somewhere else. Don't be that guy. Okay, so
trying
good.
To decide, Sass.
Yeah. Sorry, what's that?
Your crit damage is correct. It's the what prawn. I think there's going to be a shot. I may not have to do Cere Star Killer, which means I'm open to regular Star Killer.
Okay.
If that's the case, because I'm basically tying in because like the Star Killer one's nice, and this is like that's a great Star Killer one, right? Or anything I'm going to do, that's just going to be a huge boost.
I didn't mind the prawn after this. I mean, I don't mind this one either, really. Yeah, this one's okay. So was the other one? What was the other one on the 3? Yeah, it's just whatever. I mean, the level 3 is probably strictly more useful, I have to guess.
That's what I was wondering if this one might do it, but let's go with this one.
Especially if you'll miss at least.
Oh yeah, there's just less things, but it's like I agree with the crit damage. All right, man. No ads. Okay.
No, you're good, man.
That kind of sucks, dude. All right. That's got to be.
Yes.
So she's set for disarm.
So her damage is reduced, but remember, this middle of hers is an AoE cooldown increase. Now, they do have tenacity up, so that isn't really going to happen. You could do 3rd for a big hit that will call Marrok, or you could do 4th to cleanse and buff up. Okay. Now you have riposte.
Can't get around it. All right, so I can
still got the tenacity up. I wonder. I can't remember if the AoE cooldown increase can't be resisted. I feel like it can be. There's a reason I have potency on her.
All right. Really him.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. I was about to say, when you get him down to half health, he gets the top off.
We got to stop the bullshit, though.
I'm okay with it. Might be less bullshit for you to go after CX2. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't mind this. I mean, you already got through the savior for the character, so it's fine. Boom, boom. On now.
Yeah. The only real damage is him.
Yeah, that tenacity up is kind of a bear.
I'm okay with this.
What's interesting is that, you're used to using Baylan's 3rd to open up on them, so that is a dispel, which is forcing them to have tenacity up right into Shin's turn.
All right.
And then she can't land her, potency tenacity check, so...
I don't think it's wrong, but I need to disrupt, right? And that was my thought when we're looking here.
Yeah.
Is thank God I took Baylan off, because I need to disrupt what was happening.
Yeah. I dig it.
So we're clean. So he's through ships. Yeah, it's gonna be he's one shot all the way around. So I've got my 2 to play with still.
That's right.
I have the Jabba sorted that I can use up top with Zori. I know it's gonna work. Why? I could just literally. I don't see why C solo doesn't work here.
So it's elevated damage, right? Is that Rex 5s?
Yeah, it's Rex 5s. It's still old school.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then yes. Go ahead.
I'm glad they have replaced the pop.
Bane, good observation. The resists from that tenacity up fuel turn meter gain from Marrok unique. Yeah. Kind of helpful. I mean, I think we'd all agree that if you could land it, the AoE cooldown increase would be better. Oh, yeah. But if it's, get a little compensation instead of straight up nothing, I would take the turn meter. Sure. That's right, Herfadurfa. You gotta have a community. Not just of good people, but of people who can help you move towards your goals. That's what I'm saying. You can keep the friends. You can keep the friends that you like from your guild. Trust me. Like, unless they're actual man children and they're like, oh my god, you're leaving my phone game guild. We can never. Dude. We can't associate anymore.
So dumb. Anybody who's like, it's like, you don't pay my bills and you don't do my stuff. And anybody who does that to you is like, seriously, looking out for themselves because you're leaving them high and dry. It's like, man, then that means you need to do more for yourself.
And a lot of you in the chat are thinking, wow, we're spending a lot of time talking about what sounds like hyperbole. This doesn't happen in my guild, Tass and TJ. I don't know why you guys are talking about it. It's a fixture. Let me tell you, when you get up towards the larger accounts where people got real money sunk into these accounts, man, all the ego, all the pride, all
dude,
of
it's
it,
not
man.
Rex 5s. I assumed it was, but it's not, Tass. But it doesn't change anything.
Sure. All right. Carl Hates CG 2024 says, how's everyone tonight? The Dark Lord is here, got 2 GLs, and yet I get put against GAC opponents who have 5 or 6. Thanks to CG, no sarcasm intended. I mean, honestly, you should be thanking them, because unless it's a bug, and I don't think it is, you are overperforming for your account size. Yes. So you're fighting the people you're meant to be fighting, and if it feels like it sucks, that's because you're winning too damn much. So go against the grain, swim upstream. Dare to dream, young man. Don't complain that you're pushing against the current. That's why you chose to swim against the current. You wanted to go the way all the other fish weren't going. Respect that. Get it done.
When you're doing good, it's going to let you know you're doing good. Okay, I'm going to take my money and run. 58 is going to be. Yeah. All right.
Megatron, what's going on, man? Good evening, fellas. Yeah, we're getting it done here. TJ's having a fine run. A couple, judicious pauses to think it through, and we've been doing all right. And we've just opened up the back. Oh, dig this! I've heard of this. I heard of this. This Rex Clones team.
This is the team he set last week. So when you're asking me the Vader, all right, let me write this out real quick. So this is new. I don't know what he's thinking now it's gonna stop me on, but sure, it's gonna halt me.
I like the Jango lead. That's so old school, man. Isn't that the plus 30 speed of scoundrels, man?
That's and then you hit on debuffs. But if you know your things, plus he's gaining turn meter, I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. I don't know whatever I'll do.
That's just some bullshit. That's just some bullshit. What's the level 9 on
all
that
of it's bullshit. All of this
is like what's the level 9 on that Jango crop? What is that?
It's turn meter gain.
No, I want to see it. What he's doing. Show me that. I honestly can't think
you're
what it
fine.
is. When you use a basic, oh shit. Man. Maybe something like with JKL, like people doing stuff sounds bad.
Yes, if you're going to go in on it and don't understand, like I'm feeling pretty safe. I have literally all I need. It's funny he's doing it, and I get what he's doing because they're clones, and he's trying to tie it in, but this is just cheese. I didn't think it would be this bad. What did you do? 3 and a debuff? Yep. 3 and a debuff. Okay. Fighting this out. Darth Vader again. Tusken. And then this is the bad boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a badass Kron right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad lad.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna end up laying this Ahsoka, unfortunately. Leaves my Bane. I'm not gonna risk the threshold. I don't have to.
Yeah, I mean,
because of who
well, so you're thinking to not do Bane there on Ahsoka? Because I think I still
No.
would. Like, what do I care about the defense? I can stack offense infinitely.
I took too long of a time, and that was on less.
Okay.
I could take the Sith no revive, but it's like I can use Bane somewhere else. Leia should be able to absolutely just destroy that regardless of whatever we're doing. And if you look at what I have left, why do I need... That's the thought. Would I still Bane? Task, if I was in a position to I needing to Bane, yes, I would do it. That would be my next go-to.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I like that.
But here now, yeah, that's where I'm at. So it's like, this one's going to be Leia.
Oh, we do Insidious on Tuskens?
I can't because I don't want to risk the 3.
Now, no, listen. Stop, think for just a second. They're already immune to dots, and what makes it work is the permakill on 6. It has nothing the fuck to do with dots.
I don't know if I have the Sith bonus or permadeath. Nope. So no, I won't do it.
Okay, there we go.
That was one of the things we talked about. I needed to make sure because I needed to put a tenacity up cron. Both of them are my Sid crons.
Yep.
So I did not keep the permakill, but I mean I'm just gonna Traya that to be fair.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Everything here now. We're gonna Malgus that setup. I'm going to Jabba Solo the Zori. The Fomega I will figure out. Okay. JML for that, and then
Reverend Reborn says Calvin used JKR, Bastila, and Jedi Cal to beat a Galactic Legend Ahsoka team like that today in his Grand Arena. JKR lead reduces max health when Jedi basic an enemy with bonus protection, so you end up getting GLAT down to 1 health and just hit her with a shot from Jedi Cal with riposte.
Sir.
Interesting.
I'm gonna say that's fair, and I completely respect it.
What particular cron is that going on with, Revan? What did Cal use? What did Calvin Awesome use?
And we got no ads, right? All right.
Nah, we're good, man. Ready when you are.
All right, let's roll this real quick. Let me knock
down.
this out. Yeah.
Empire. Hey, Tass, I assume your opponent is an Erodium. You assume correctly.
Yeah, that's what. Well, even then, you still don't do it at night, which is fair. You don't.
I usually don't do round 2 on Friday nights. Yes. But that's why this is how you know I love you guys, even though I have nothing going on myself. Where we've got TJ up in here tonight, and then I've got one of my patrons that you've seen here before, Striker. He's got another top match of his own. He's up against Caps King, one of the TW officers of Maw Chromium. Pretty good.
And I'm telling you now, that's going to be a really good one. I will definitely be watching that, even though it's butt crack early for me.
What time will it be? Well, it's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern is when we plan to start, so
It's
not
like,
obscene for you, man.
Not obscene, but it's still early for me. But you also have people, who aren't American, so to be fair to everybody, you play to the full people, not just, your American patrons.
It's 10 a.m. on a Saturday, man.
That's right. That's time to sleep in, asshole. I'm old.
You have kids. You can't. You're not going to blame it on me. You weren't sleeping until 10. You have kids. Who are you fooling?
No, I have teenagers and I have middle schoolers. I don't have kids. I have full-grown adults. We're good.
I see.
Right. You're not there yet.
Yeah, Megatron redeemed a hydrate. You know what? It's funny you should say that. I'll have to switch to water for a sec because my alcohol just ran out. I'll have to go downstairs here in a minute to take care of that.
How can you go, yeah, yes, doing that?
That's right. That's right. I can't swill the water around the same way. You're right about that.
Such bullshit. I expect more from you, Sass. All right, perfect
Gavon's
manage.
asks, is there any chance of seeing Tarkin versus Tuskens? As Sasha Aisha mentioned that he did. I did that last round.
Yeah.
That was butter. So if you didn't see that in my round 1 video this week, check that out.
I don't have them. Otherwise, I would do it. I'd be willing to do it, but it's like I need to give. Tarkin is still a potent team on defense, so I don't have them. It's just you can sit it, but if you set up enough sit targets as Tass has talked about and us on top of Tass's PNS, then you know.
There you go. All right, TJ, how about a well-earned break? We've been slugging on through. You want to take a couple minutes and get back at it?
Yeah, that'd be good, man. We're good. Let's take 5.
Okay, guys, we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in, and back with the action here. Let me kick on the music again, though, before we go on break. All right, see you guys in just a moment. All right, party people, we're back. So I went down to fuel up my drink, put in some new alcohol, and then I remembered that I had a Shake Shack shake that was in the freezer, and it chilling down because I didn't want it earlier. And it's at that almost slushy-like consistency. So I would drink alcohol right now, but I think you won't fault me because this is the moment. This is the appointed hour to enjoy this shake.
I mean, I'm doing it for you. So to be fair to your patrons and everybody else on, what you're not doing, I'm doing for us. We're for the team.
Sure. Just a chocolate shake, man. Just a chocolate shake. Nothing crazy. GG says, it's insane that JKR health reduction works on GLs. Seems like something they'd have patched long ago.
No.
They feel like they've adequately rectified that with the amount of power that they put into GLs. And really, that JKR thing only works if you are so bold as to set Ahsoka without Exile Ezra, right?
Right.
So,
I mean, if I had to assume, I didn't get to watch his fight, but if it's Watt with Barriss, where's the damage, right? So it does feel like a safe thing to just take the JKR because who's really killing you? Yes, she's taking turns and doing the stuff. It's just like if there was a Padawan Sabine, I would be worried. If there was something like a Huyang to push the damage or something else, that might be different. But a Barriss, she's just there to be disruptive.
Now, let me ask what you in the chat think about this then. I think we can agree that Rey, Swolo, Exile Ezra with a super high defense cron is probably, aside from Slacker Drey, the single most difficult defensive team. And if you're going to set Ahsoka, Zarriss, and Watt, knowing that if everything works the way you think it should, Zarriss doubling the offense on Ahsoka means nothing when we don't mod her like that. Now, she does convert 30% of her defense into offense, I want to say, at the start of every turn. So that's why, you could say, oh, just stack a bunch of defense on her, let her get the offense from that, and let that get doubled. How crazy would you think it would be to put her in almost like a gas mod setup? Like protect, I think she still wants health. So what about like 4 health primaries, but offense set health? Something like that, like super high offense, something to take advantage of it. Because if you're not going to do that, then yeah, I agree with everybody saying, like, not going to be me having somebody JKR my Galactic Legends anymore. Into cookies and cream as well. Tiny bubbles. If I had a cookies and cream shake, I'd be cool with that. But as it is chocolate, and I like chocolate just fine. I don't do mint.
Cookies and cream are the shit.
I don't do mint. I don't do chocolate mint. I don't do
mint. Man. I'm going to go with that one, too. Give me a cookies and cream and a mint. That is the shit. You do not know what you're missing, sir.
Yeah. Nah. Offense, health, or offense, defense. Yeah. Yeah, tiny bubbles. Yeah. Fair.
Somebody tried Tarkin. Not Tarkin. Veers against the Darth Vader setup right here. Assuming his bonus turn? No?
Ooh, Moose Tracks, mint, ice cream. I like Moose Tracks, but mint is bad.
So un-American. Mint is amazing. I will agree. It is a very polarizing choice. You either like it or you don't. There's not an in-between of like, I can be okay with this. Like cookies and cream, people can go whatever they want to go with, but mint, you either have a love it or hate it scenario.
Look,
there is no in-between for that one.
That mint chocolate chip ice cream is okay. I guess I can get down with that, but like if mint is an accent flavor to something, not for me. Like Moose Tracks is amazing. Moose Tracks with mint sounds horrible. Is mint over like peanut butter? Nah. Not for me. Not for this mint.
No,
for
that I agree.
Else.
That I agree with. No. That I agree with. Mint is very much a mint and chocolate setup, and you could do a cream or something else, but
mint
a peanut
and
butter,
vanilla,
no.
mint and I mean, you could even go so bold as mint over butter pecan, but like aside from
that's a tough one.
It's still pretty mild. You know, mint I don't think would fight it too much. But yeah.
All right, let's do a battle. See where I'm at.
My favorite ice cream is going to be if you're from the Michigan area or from the region, I don't know how far they distributed back in the day, but Stroh's ice cream, STROH''S, Stroh's ice cream had this thing called chocolate overload, and I remember it because I want to say only 2 years of young Tassinix's life did he play little league baseball. And when we won a game, we would go to Stroh's ice cream parlor, where your boy would order a triple scoop of chocolate overload name brand ice cream. You know, that's one of their signature flavors. I've been chasing that dragon ever since. They don't make it like that anymore.
Here's where we're going, Tass.
Is your opponent full clear? Sheepdog wants to know.
No, they're holding, man. They did ships, so they did all the hard stuff.
Yeah, they're chilling. They're chilling.
Yeah,
they want to see how it all ends.
There's nothing here to game. So getting to ships is like getting through ships. You already know you're a masochist. You're supposed to do it the other way.
Yeah. You know what I do like is that out of all the teams remaining for you to fight, none of them make me feel like you screwed yourself over setting BKM down.
No, and I could have used BKM, but that's why I kept Baylan, right? That was to me, that was my trade, and I'm honestly glad I did, because that Baylan felt like it came in super handy. Everything feels like it's getting used in the cow. I don't feel like anything is not being there.
I dig it.
I still have Traya. I don't think I'm using Sid anywhere, but I don't need to use Sid. I don't need to get a 59. I just need to be clean.
Perfect Derva says mint pairs well with bourbon. I think if you served me a big scoop of vanilla ice cream and poured double shot of bourbon over it, and then, I don't know, hit it with some mint spritz or something. I don't know. I could do that. Otherwise, I wonder how it would all balance out. Mint is strong, bourbon is strong, flavor-wise.
All right, I need to start pumping the stuff through, so let's put that out.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam.
Mm-hmm. All right, I've got no choice to spread it, but that's fine. We knew that was coming. Good. The doubt has been forsaken. I need to leave that on. You should do that. She's right.
So mechanically, what's happening there? She put Malak's health at 65. Then right after his turn, he kind of shook that off.
Yep.
But that's not supposed to... Is that effect only supposed to last one turn like that for everybody else? For anybody else?
I don't remember it saying a number of turns. So this is the thing. It's not. I don't know if it's permanently set to 65. I don't believe so. I had to go back and look at the mechanics. We definitely need to let that roll. Right. And you're gone. Goodbye. I wouldn't say you're wrong, but I don't remember it saying for the rest of the match or the rest of the engagement. Does it say that? I could be wrong, but I don't believe so.
Mint juleps are amazing, Herfaderfa. I really wouldn't know. It's not something. If somebody served me one on a hot summer's day, I'm sure I would drink it and enjoy it. I don't see myself ever ordering it.
So we're gonna say back was Malgus, well spent for another 57. And again, this is why we're playing the efficiency game, which is unfortunate.
And Herfa confirmed here, that reducing their health to 65 does in fact last until the start of their next turn. So it worked exactly
those
as
two
intended.
love that.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the Malgus is so strong. And Malgus is still working through Mace Lead. It doesn't matter.
You're not a drinker, Tiny. Honestly, alcohol, ice cream, and mint don't sound like natural friends. So I don't think you. I don't think you're missing out a lot here.
If you're talking about mint, thinking about it, you're like in the world of like Mickey's or what is that? Irish car bombs. I'm trying to think of you're into the world of creams or something else like that.
Mint in an Irish car bomb.
It's not. I'm trying to think of that type of like that world of alcohol, right?
Okay.
You're doing down the world of like a cream or something else. You're not doing like the fruity side of things. The minute you start saying a mint and an alcohol, no, nothing I can think of. That's why I said that's where I'm going with Irish car bomb. It's like I'm going down the path of like you're looking at the cream based setups. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
That's all right.
You talking about a fruity side of things? You're not doing any mint. Mint has a very specific quality. Like you're looking at like dark chocolate to offset the mint, right? That's why you normally do a mint chip.
Yeah.
All right. What are we doing next? I'm gonna still try to keep the Jabba for the 59. That's an easy win there. I have Inquisitors. Queen is gone. JMK, Jabba. What else do I have? Cere. I have Starkiller. Got Momando. I've got Bane. What do we want to see next, I guess, is my question. I guess I can do Traya here real fast and be done with it.
Sure thing.
But I know I'm going to do it. I think that's part of the thing.
Like the next best thing would be Gas, and Gas is on D.
Gas was definitely taking the D. Did his job.
That as well, yes.
All right. We'll do... This was pretty fun and how fast it kills the fight. Bonus turn. That was one of them, just like a Star Killer setup. The no revive is fun.
Yeah.
Yep, you're still there.
Good job.
Thanks.
You did not commit the forbidden dum-dum.
I've done it before.
I survived.
So you're right.
It is forbidden.
Yeah, we have.
Did
we
you
all
not feel shame?
Not?
Did you not feel shame?
It's like forthwith. Check for the summon. Oh wait, that's right. That's what's fun about the Sith no revive. He does get to do that though. I get to do that as well.
The forbidden
I feel like both
dum-dum,
teams tried hard.
Tiny Bubbles, yeah. The forbidden dum-dum is isolating the wrong Tusken. You want to isolate the summon so that, let's say that you weren't using a Sith Datacron that has permakill on level 6, which means that you need to pay attention to who you're using Annihilate on, right? You want to isolate the summon such that when the time comes to annihilate somebody, you're annihilating the real, Tusken Raider. Then the current, the summon will revive one time after you kill it, and then after that it will stay dead. But if you isolate the real Raider, you're going to have to un-isolate him later. It's just going to be a long stall waiting for your next isolate to come off cooldown. And
a proper Tusken team can literally delete your Traya, and then you lose.
Yeah, sometimes you don't get that kind of time if they have a lot of armor penetration, crit damage. It is a game, but it's not a game. You dig?
It's not one you play with. It's just better to move on with your life about it. I'll probably just JML the Fomega, where it's looking right now. Nobody's doing this garbage. Sorry. These teams.
Mm-hmm.
Darth Vader, do the setup, 20 speed. We're playing like 1980 Sligo right now.
It does feel a little dated. So what are you thinking for the Jango thing? I'm curious.
Overkill seems fine, because if we look at what my resources I have right now, the Java I really want to hold for the 59.
Okay.
I don't see why I need to 3-man it, so it's... What am I on about them? JML, the Fomega, feels like an easy setup. We already know that really kills everything they're going to try to do.
Sure. I mean, I've been doing Malgar ISC. Do you have a Garkron, by the way?
I think I said it, Tess.
Okay.
Or did I? Hold on. I do have one. I actually just rolled it. So what I have is I still have...
Yeah, I did it successfully with the ISC cron, but it was really, really easy with the Garkron. I just did Malgar ISC. Now, if you want to do JML and you're not going to need him anywhere else, absolutely. That is just going to stomp the Fugitive Omega. So don't let me dissuade you if that's the way you want to roll.
It's not. I just don't... I mean, I still have Bane. I would feel really bad not getting my 54 and banning some shit.
Okay. Do what you're inclined. You've been flawless so far, so...
Yeah, that's where I'm like, I'm trying to play the fight. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where we can keep going. I would hate to... I'm not going to Bane the Hondo just because I don't want to get locked. It's not going to stop the fight, but why do I need to do it? That's a 59.
Gavon
I guess just Bane.
Gavon's asked, does OG Hondo get any value at R9? Now he's a Relic 9 wreck. I'm interested. Honestly, I've long had him at Relic 9.
Did they say, is it out as an R9 already? Yeah. Did they already put the Rex in there?
They've added the first set of Rex for him, among which is...
You're right.
Level Relic 9 Hondo. So, yeah, yes, the answer is yes. He's a character with protection up. He has health steal.
Ooh.
I think, like so many other characters... If you put him in a health primary with high offense, that's generally going to be better than the 1 to 2% offense that you trade. Like, putting him in a health primary with a strong offense secondary is a better balance of stats gained for the character than having an offense primary. So, yeah, you get more out of those health primaries at Relic 9. I want to say Ransom is stacking his health as well, so just further synergizing.
Usually health, crit damage, and special damage are the things you want to focus on. So yes.
Yeah. So yeah, the short answer is, if you're gonna go for the new Galactic Legend Hondo, it's just as well that you're taking him to Relic 9, because when Hondo is good, the Relic 9's quite nice. The problem is that, we're just coming out of set 20, right? That was the most recently expired Datacron set, which was somewhat of a point of relevancy for Hondo. Hondo isn't always meta, especially at the top of the game, where we already have too many teams as it is, particularly in 5 vs 5. So it's tough to justify Hondo to be used on defense, and then on offense... He's fun, but unless you're specifically needing his control, the risk of getting overwhelmed before he's ramped up is generally not worth it. So, yeah, no worries. But yeah. What's that? Let me show you my Hondo real quick. So mine's speed health. I've had him in offense health. And I've usually had him about 300 speed. I poached some speed from him recently to make some dreams come true. But I've had him as high as 100,000 health here at Relic 9. So, formidable. We'll probably have some spicy level 6s in a couple sets when Hondo comes out, the Galactic Legend, and they do the Pirate Datacrons. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure Hondo will be kicking at that time. Yep. Bubble says, now here's a question. Do I push the Raid Rex? Do I have to push the Raid Rex and then switch to GL Hondo over Lord Vader, or do I stick to Lord Vader? I think Lord Vader and his clones are important to you for the raid. So if you're in a guild that's going to be, getting it done in raid, this is the dawn of the new raid. So you have maximum incentive to get as many of the eligible characters as high relic as you can to max out your score.
I just want to comment, when you have the Relic 9 teams, the raid is so easy. Just to be fair to everybody, they made it to where if you put your teams there, it does not feel hard. The new Maze team, super easy fight. The new Tarkin clone team, really easy fight. These feel really solid when you put them there. So they do, just to be fair to CG, if you're willing to invest, none of the fights feel overly complicated, and none of the fights feel like they listen to what we had to say when it comes to the raid. You're going to go do your fights, but it's not long. They're not long battles. You're going to spend maybe 10 to 15 minutes doing it. So it's like, to me, they told you, and when you play the fight, you can see they did hear you. Mm-hmm. If you're a raid person, there's some theory crafting there, but I just have to appreciate that they listen, and it's like, it's not the million B1s that you're having to kill. Mm-hmm. You go do your raid, you go home, you get good rewards. I as a whale, I have to appreciate that they listened, and then they made effective feedback to it.
Makes sense.
All right, we're back.
Lady Geek says, if I can get to 10 million without the new pirates, I'm getting Lord Vader after bad motherfucker Mace. I mean,
that motherfucker with the plane.
I mean, I think that's cool. Well, if that's what your guild's about, then that's fine.
I think there's a lot of use for him. Even when the Kron dies, the LV team is really strong. They did such a good job building up the complexity of the team. I'm really impressed with, that's one of my favorite teams in game is, even without the Kron, is the LV setup. Thank God they actually gave him the respect he needed after this many years of, he was the most expensive GL, hands down, and he was shit. And when he was with Maw, it was cool, but it didn't feel the same. Put him with his clones, and him walking in, the only thing that they really need to do... Hey,
let's get the next fight underway. I'm dying, man.
You're dying. There's nothing here. All right. So if you're saying that, I'm just going to ban this, I think.
Oh, yeah?
I don't want to play with the term year. I don't want to care about... I just kind of want to just do my thing and move on with my life.
Did Nothing I see else? You having DRZ? Are you using DRZ somewhere?
No, and I don't have the Kron. If I need to, I will. But if I have the Kron, I don't have the Zalbar Kron, so I'd have to suffer with the
then no, don't worry about it. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
If I had the Kron, I would already be doing that. This would be over. But I still have to respect her setup. I'll save that. We'll do this here.
Yeah, Lady Geek, it isn't quite as severe as this, but a reasonable way to think about the new Mace team is that it has a lot of interactivity between the characters. Again, not quite as severe as, but not dissimilar from the original Bad Batch. Multiple right ways to play the fight. It's just how do you want to sequence abilities? How do you want to manipulate cooldowns here? That's how you were thinking about Bad Batch. Right now you have with the new Mace team, do you want to trigger cooldown reduction for the team at this point? Do you want to do a group cleanse for your team? Do you want to do with a different character a group AoE dispel? The point is that it's a really powerful kit on the team, but it's one that you probably don't imagine the AI managing just right. So that's why we say, it's a team that looks like it's better predisposed to attack in the long term. That's our guess.
Alright, since you're dying, I'll just go do TWarr quick. Lock down my team, but I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Lady Geek, I don't know.
I need 2 seconds.
Sorry, what's that?
Oh, I need 2 seconds. I'm helping Mindy. What's that? That looks good. Yep. Alright. So the only big thing is he's gonna lock down, but does anybody really care? I think the quick answer is no.
Depends if he locks down Starkiller, yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I'll still be fine.
Okay.
I mean, do I really feel like it's like bonus turn if they fuck with Starkiller? Yeah, I'm good. Yes, Hondo is scary. I mean, I believe in Starkiller. Yeah, you got that fuck around and find out.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, getting doinked. Ah yeah, that's bad.
Both teams tried hard.
Oh yeah, it's very bad.
No, both teams tried hard.
But yeah, Lady Geek, I don't know if you were a recipient of one of the gift subs yesterday, but if you got cut off by the ads here a second ago, I answered your question saying that the Mace team is reasonably complex in that it has a lot of cool abilities, but they're on long cooldowns, so it really matters when you choose to use them. So you can imagine that the AI is really not well set up to make that kind of call. So that's why we say it's probably going to end up being better on offense.
I think it's 100%. Right now with that Datacron, it's going to be better on offense. It's what does it kill? Because it doesn't have really turn meter mechanics. It has a lot of each other hitting one another. And then Depa actually is super strong. And there's a lot of foresight. So I think it's going to be a great team. But it's what level does it actually kill stuff? In the raids, I'll tell you what, in the raids, that team feels so strong, it's 3-manning stuff. Mace is so good in that raid, it's ridiculous. It's basically like a raid legendary character, in my opinion. What do we want to do, Tass? Turn meter gain. And you want to do it, so... I mean, I don't want you to die, Tass. I want to save your life.
Oh no, when I said dying, I was like, man, like only one of us can keep talking forever. The other one has to play sometime.
Well, I'm nothing but full of shit. I'm full of hot air.
That's
so it's like
yeah,
you
I
saying
know.
that.
And you can be full of hot air while you click stuff too, damn it.
That's irrelevant, sir. I'm so full of hot air.
I'm not falling asleep yet, but we both know that it's going to happen sooner than later.
I have to be fair to your... Yes, I have to be fair to your time.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. It's that I have the little old man in me that wants to go to bed, I know, in about 40 minutes.
You are still getting up at a reasonable time to do another stream. So it's not like you're not still getting up for the other people.
Yeah, Lady Geek,
I still think this is...
If you want to talk about a team that you can set and let it do its thing on auto, whether you're setting it on defense or running it on attack, yes, Lord Vader clones can handle its business.
I love it. I love that team.
Sorry, you were going to say that?
No, I love the team. That's one of my favorite teams now is Lord Vader. I hold that very near and dear. I have a lot of discussions and a lot of debates of what the correct turn order and setup is. Even without the Apricron, but I still love the team. The clones with it's just so cinematically correct and such a strong team, if that's fair.
Fair.
All right. I've got 2 teams left in the back, 3 in the front. Bane is out. I've got Cere, JML, Jabba.
Hey, no worries, Tiny Bubbles. Yeah, you're welcome. And yeah, if you're taking off, have a good night.
I got the Jedi as well.
Yep. Yeah, take the safest, most reasonable, comfortable road.
Yeah. We know I'm not gonna. Oh, I saw Dabbod.
Yeah, you sure do.
I kind of feel like I need to use the Dabbod.
What do you want to do with that?
He's got grit.
Yeah, he does. Sure.
Think of the logic, right? Of the fight.
I see it. Yeah. And you've got enough damage there to decisively put down Sion, so I like it. Oh wow, your kid's got you got a swim meet for your kid, and you got to be up at 4 a.m. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they don't
be here.
Depending where they're at.
Appreciate
you
tuning in, but
yeah.
Good night, man. Take care. Thanks.
Yeah, they don't play with the setup for that. What does?
Good luck to your kid.
Help me out with the logic here, Sass.
Yeah, first you pull out the gun, and then you shoot them in the dick.
Dude, why in the pee-pee? Why you gotta have like all that hate in your heart?
This is the technique.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my oldest did swim, and that was no joke.
I was a varsity swimmer, believe it or not.
I don't, but that's also good. That's cool.
Young Tass was considerably thinner.
But were you wearing the hat?
No, but I did have an affinity for outrageous hats, even at a young age. Fun talk. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
How are we doing it?
I mean, you can do the shred or the kick. I wouldn't fault you either way. I feel like a kick is probably more lethal to a single target. The AoE sets you up for better future turns. Yeah, this is hard to regret. You're good, dude. Hey, Megatron with the hats off. Appreciate you tuning in. Value your viewership. Yeah, this is... Yeah,
well, both teams tried hard.
Yeah. It's not a 58, I guess. We'll call it that.
I did get full banners.
Have I ever tried Dad Bod Crown versus Finn? Sorry, I swear the grit wasn't reducing the damage of expose. Even if it does, I don't know that it would help you with the turn meter loop that they're fixing to put down
like the loop because there's the stealth.
Sure, yeah.
Not being out in the open to be able to hit the people back, you're giving way to allow them to get into a loop.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Cowsley, good to see you. How you doing tonight?
All right. I'll have to go speak to my people. Sorry for the cheesy defense. All right, so we're at Jabba, JML, Inquisitors, and Cere. Dabbot is used. JML is this. Jabba Solo is that. Inquisitors on the... I have to check that, just in case for the mothers. I don't want to... And then that turn meter screams Cere. Basically,
sure.
All of the team is irrelevant. So it's like, let me just double check the mothers real quick.
Cere would destroy that.
Oh, dude, they're going to gain nothing but turn meter. But I just want to... The DTP kind of scares me. I would rather have... To me, that's the most dangerous team right now. If I don't respect it.
What that has is the most bulk. What I'm not entirely convinced of... Look, if you want to do this with Inquisitors, there is just one thing that I strongly recommend, that when I do it, I'm not really having this problem. And when I see other people not do it, they are having this problem. On Seven Sisters' first turn, use third on Reva so that she is in a position to block the big hit coming from, most of the time, Spirit. In this case, DTP.
We watched it. We watched what happened to me because I didn't. I did this round one against a different setup, and I did not respect, because you did call this out in your one of your past threes. We did this, the torture into the piece, and you doing the buff with the foresight saved your ass. And this one, I kind of agree. It's 82% with Sid. I'm not worried about that. 90% with Inquisitors. I could just take my 54 and call it a day, because Zalbar with the team should wreck it.
Okay, yes, that's true. DRZ would crush this, right?
But
DRZ would crush this like a bug.
Yeah, there's just no reason not to. He went to the armor penetration side, so I would just offset the same stuff.
If you feel in any way that you are lacking confidence. Like, if you don't have a decent armor penetration crit damage crown to throw in with the Inquisitors and you don't feel 100% on it, you know that DRZ is just the steadiest 54 of your life on this.
It's like, I think I can afford doing it that way.
I think you haven't had a drop yet, so I would sooner bleed 3 than bleed 20 on a dare.
I am on the same page as you. I have my 59 coming. I should clear the back.
By the way, Steve-O shared, it worked out doing Dabbod Fennec versus Finn Zori, but both Fennec and Dabbod died once each before I got a turn. It was like 5 turns in before I got a turn, and then he won the fight.
Yeah, I respect you for doing it, but like, I'm looking at the Darth Vader team. It's the same thing as the Padme team. And then I have Bane, and Bez says, fuck what you're talking about with mechanics, and just wins the fight. I like that better.
Respect it.
Yeah, I mean, as anybody would. And that's where it's like, I hate to not try stuff, because I'm always about learning, but here, I can just take the bulk and just beat the fight. You're just not going to do shit. A bulk setup with armor pen and crit damage. I don't have Star Killer. I could do Maul.
I would feel better about you taking Maul.
If I'm doing that, do I want to dark side it?
A Mandalorian Crom would be especially appropriate.
I mean, I have one, such as those things.
How about that? At the end of their turn, like, let's say after every time he pushes, then he'll have offense up for the next subsequent push forever?
I mean, it's a Mandalorian front. How would I not back the Mandalorians? It's their empire. We just live here. Yep, you can. I mean, they can do this. He's allowed to do this, Sass, just to be fair. Respect their authority to be able to do this.
That's right.
End it with rocks, I guess.
All right, I think we can all agree that had you not brought Maul, it was the end times for you.
That was it. That was it. If I did not listen to you with the Mandalorian Prawn and Maul,
that's right,
I would have not got exactly the same score or the same result.
That's right. And for anybody who wasn't watching the screen, that is entirely sarcasm, because Maul did middle and then didn't get back around.
Fucking nothing.
Like,
fucking nothing. But as we all say in the world of tasks, both teams tried hard.
That's a dagger thing. That isn't really a me thing. But yes.
I'm just calling it in your world, because I've said the same shit all the
true.
time.
You are all affiliated in the greater world of tasks.
Yeah, so I said. So within your dynamic, in your ecosystem, which we are a part of.
I see it.
Yeah, I did that, right? That's good. Somebody's got to drink. It's not going to be you. You're drinking milkshake.
My ecosystem. It's like Biodome, you know?
Yeah. Just let's be fair. Cere's out. So it's JML, Jabba, Inquisitors. I feel like the Inquisitors are the next armor pen.
Inquisitors,
what would scare me? 300 is not. It's that or Darth Revan.
That's right. It's basically like you're looking at something like 55.
It is 55 versus 54.
Yeah. That's the benefit of Inquisitor. Maybe a bit.
I can possibly get better. So I have been able to pull full banners.
I want to believe. I think I see at least one of them. I thought I saw that the Morgan was a Relic 7, in which case, hilarious.
I mean, it's a 7, and then I have, just to be fair, 100
really reasonable prompt.
Right. Yeah, this is the right one. We ain't need none of that shit.
Get him.
Still torture. Yeah, it's still torture.
That's right. The only way out is through. Killer.
And I agree with you. Me not doing it the last time fucked me.
believe it.
Both teams tried. Don't disrespect the other team, Sass. They tried hard.
Doink. Operation Doink. In the house. Did you hit GI? You didn't hit GI. You weren't looking. You lost a banner for free. You crumb bum.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Dad.
Son, you are Asian, not Bijan.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they Asian these nuts. All right, 56. Better above the 55. All right.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
Thanks, man. I like your call, but I also knew they would probably take another turn, and so I'm not gonna let you bite on these titties.
No. Using the third was right, but if you did it on GI, you would have had the extra ban. Everybody would have had foresight. It was all going to be gravy anyway.
Now, to be fair, you're not wrong, but fuck you at the same time. Don't call me out like that. We talked about this. Just let me be right.
Fantastic.
Sorry. Them drinks is doing good. They're doing wonders. All right. That's JML. So let's just go Jabba solo.
If you say so. Yeah. Turn meter loop worries me. I don't do this, so don't say like, yes, I heard about this from Ted. You didn't hear.
No, I just did this. No, I just did the fight. So what you do? Because you're going to keep... So what you do is keep putting your third... I'll just explain.
On Resistance Hero Finn, you just let him blow himself up?
No, watch. I mean, you can. I just don't. Because you don't need to. Which one did I take? 2% is great. So I'll take the 2%. So here.
Sure.
It's a 3-minute fight or whatever, but I'm sure it can be faster. This is my way of doing it.
That's what you tell all the ladies.
It is, and it's like it still gets the job done. Yes, you can go the other way. Right.
They better not.
Correct. What are you talking about?
They better not kill his fat ass. I'm on his side.
Just watch.
I'm on his side.
That's fine. I'm glad. Because I'd be mad if you weren't. Because then it's like you're rude. Remember, 2% health.
Are you getting like negative ultimate charge?
Just watch. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. In the end, it doesn't even matter?
No, man. Yep, you could do that. See, I mean, she does. You see, she makes a great tool. She gets to do all of these things. That too. And now, again, I've seen it go faster. This is just a fun way to do it.
Fair.
Because if you watch, look, she's just lowering her stuff. Just a little bit. Remember, every time we debuff, some smidge here. Now, again, we've lapped her.
Yep.
Are we starting to see the logic here?
Yeah, I see why you feel like you needed the level 3 to pull this off.
It's fun and easy. It doesn't. You don't need it. You still wake and look at my guy.
I can see it still being doable, just taking longer. Sure.
Yeah, it's just now again, you're not wrong that most will probably look at her now, right? So she's gone.
Bye.
Right. So what you do is this, and this is the point where, so you eat here, so you don't have to fuck with them, right? And then you just do this, and then you walk away.
Beautiful work. Nicely done.
All right. Le Jabba, 59. Okay.
We're
The
still
world of the
flawless right
efficiency.
now, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. This is the game. If you check boxes, not really. I'm not really a fan of it. If you check boxes, you just win. All right, so
4-5 Prime.
yeah, you already know, man.
The Giga Fatty.
I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
That's
You
a
tell me
nice
if this is gonna be enough or not.
That's a nice one. I
Yeah.
like the chunk of.
Hey, we go
potency
here
on
if
it.
you want. Yeah, I could go.
There's
pick,
no wrong way to
right?
go. Yeah.
There's not. I'm going to go with the potency because you're correct. So I said I had to apologize if the cheese was real. You don't take turns.
I forbid it.
That's what it's true. Like, bitch, you don't get to play. Okay.
Do that turn taking shit somewhere else.
Yeah. Just gonna do that because then we do this and then you're gone.
God.
Okay.
Disrespect.
Both teams tried hard. I mean, should I be respectful? I don't think so. It's kind of rude if you think so. Okay. All right, and we're just gonna slicey picey. And then it's gonna be cool. Yep, cool. All right.
Nice.
Sewer less. Okay.
All right.
JML
Let's pay that
57.
out. All of the faithful believers.
Okay. So we're walking into a 1642. You are welcome, folks who are the believers.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you have to do fleet. You already know it, right?
Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're doing it now. I'm thinking this out.
Dig it. Dig it.
Soft mirror. He did it different.
Okay.
All right, so
what do you got?
I'm thinking this out. I need to look up. I hate the prof fight versus the executrix, and that's what everybody's setting right now.
Mm-hmm.
The actual GK does the best on that team because of the setup. Prof mirror or prof into malevolence, which then goes into Sith versus the prof, and then GK into the executrix. He changed it.
I can see that.
Let me double. That's kind of where I'm. Dude, I hate ships. Now you guys are having me do it on some bullshit task.
That's right. That's right.
Fucking people, goddamn patrons. All right. Let me think this through. Why would you ever not set executor? That is wild.
Fear. The technical term is fear. Overwhelming fear. Shocking fear.
He was waiting for me to get to here. What did you get on fleet? Hold on, let me check fleets real quick. He got 74. This was a 367. So he did a 74. He definitely didn't do a mirror that way. So probably executor. I could see that going fine. All right, let me. It's definitely prof mirror, and we're just going. I don't have ITB.
Yeah.
This is Ghost Phantom. If I was him, I would do Ghost Phantom because we both set ITB.
Okay.
If I do the Sith, I automatically win. Is that a fair statement?
I think so.
All right. And if I'm doing the Sith there,
you could do
it would just be
malevolence and then negotiator against executrix, or vice versa of that, but probably riskier to do rebels into executrix.
No, it's prof into the malevolence. Because even if you're blocking it, that's where you would want to do it, right? Because your biggest thing that you have is
what I like.
Yeah, so it's like prof into that. What are you doing? Oh, sure, you have
Yeah.
Houndstooth there. Okay.
You could end up having a character focused down, but I think it's something you can live through.
Well, because the best thing is with Prof, it could force the spy into stealth and then third. That should put the taunt, and then now I kill spy.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's do it. I really think that's what it is. I think that's what we're doing this round.
Okay.
Let me just double check that I'm right. Executrix. It's the only one I'm worried about with the JMK. Because everybody's doing that right now. That is the way.
Mm-hmm.
It should be Scythe and what's your name?
Iden.
Yeah, it's the TIE Defender. Yeah, those are the two because that's what I'm doing as well. Everybody's doing that right now, and it caught me last round. I actually had to 2-shot it because you can get easily the bad luck. Subtle, and then you do that. 83% win rate, and if I fail, I still get my drop, right? Because where are we at, numbers wise? Let me do my math real quick.
Okay.
1642 minus 1555. Let's say he does what? 57, even 58s on each fight. I have 2 drops, so 1 would be okay. Still the buffs. 100% win rate when you take all 3 for a 70. That's the way to go. Okay, so it is definitely Kenobi versus Executrix.
Okay. Let's see it.
All right, then. Hold on. I just want to look at the malevolence real quick, and then I'll be ready.
Oh yeah.
I can't see how the Prof doesn't do it because the decided into stealth. So then his ships are.
No, I like
what?
it. I like it.
Yeah, Hydra Bomber and Vulture Droid. And you would just prof that. 100% for 72, 100% for 76. I don't need that. So 72 it is. All right, which one do you want to start with?
Whichever one you want,
ads?
boss. Ads are done. We're good. Do what you want to do.
All right, let's go. Kind of in the zone, so let's kind of go in the zone.
Yeah, let's have it. Okay.
You, and I don't to not be shady, right? So I get to pull buffs. If it happens, that's what I'm going with this.
Okay. Good luck.
You go. Yep, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
You delicious man. So it should be middle. Middle should do the block.
No, the middle only happens when you have Valor, and that won't be until his second turn.
You know what? It's that.
Yeah, it is basic.
That. And then I get to hit into this.
True.
Okay.
This is where 5 would be just incredible, yeah?
It is.
You might bring him in first anyway.
Right. They do get to do that.
Yeah. Maybe you want to do Plo Koon instead. That's okay.
It will be Plo Koon because of the cleanse. Turn meter wise, I'm up. I get to wrap forward there. That's actually fine because then you move into this. Set that up. Okay, so that's going to rip buffs. All right, that's fine. I'm okay still. All right. Perfect. Buffs, that's fine. Yep, you should hit them.
You enjoying the show out there, Megatron?
Okay, all right. So we're going to... Okay, I need to make sure I'm hitting as many as possible. That's true. You get to do that. All right. Okay. We get to pull here.
What are you doing? Probably Ebonhawk?
I'm thinking is it Ebonhawk or is it taking in snips? That's fine.
If that's the Emperor shuttle, you could bring in. No, I could see.
It's okay.
Okay, that's cool.
Ripped again.
Wow, the timing was perfect. No good, man. That's...
You know what?
Oh, see, I would not have done that.
I know, I know, but I need to. I need to keep my people safe at the same time.
Take a whole bunch more damage.
But I'm going to now, though. All right, that's where I needed to be. Hit the debuffs. Okay, that's not great. Now. All right, I need to adjust. Eye defender, okay. All right, so here we're gonna bring snips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't go anywhere else. Hit the bomb, remove it.
Then hit Iden, yeah.
Yeah, so Heidi's gone.
I like that. I like this part less.
I mean, okay. I'm not a fan.
Okay.
I get to protect her.
I would have basics, because you need to just be knocking down ships.
Yeah, but I get to now. Okay. I get to put it on him. Time meter 115. Okay. Good, gone.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, rip that.
Big hits.
That's gone, so that assist is out. That's gone. I'm not going to call it great. I'm not going to call it perfect, but at 51 seconds, I one shot.
You can call it a one shot. That's what you can call it.
Yeah.
Brought to you by One Shot Industries.
I didn't have to two shot it. All right. I'm not going to call that pretty, though. But I didn't have to two shot it. This is Sith. I don't need the foresight. I need the rip, the buffs.
Okay.
2-man's done. This is fine.
Yeah. Just be sure that you
the speed up is just going to crush it.
Sure you target the Y-wing before you do your first ship capital special.
It's going to do it on its own, because I won't be able to go anywhere else. Sure. You're talking about when I do my third? Yeah.
Yeah. Nice problem.
Yeah. I mean, it's already over.
I agree.
Yeah. Both teams tried hard. You get to do that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So we're done, sir. We are done. Le dune.
Done, Zeroni.
Yeah. That's what I thought was going to happen. You do get to do that. You respect their authority, Sass. You let them do what they want to do. That's why I said there's nothing left here, but at least my opponent has given me the opportunity to do ships, and I'm done with my GAC this round. And I am 2-0. I'm having one of your runs with this one. It's fine. I'm where you were at the last time. Because I am 3-0 last week, and this week this will be 2-0.
Nice.
But I have Barator on my thing, so it's like, yeah, I'm catching up, man. We're coming to face up again, hopefully.
Awesome.
Like Link said.
Looking forward to it. Have it.
Dude, that would be a blast.
Yep. Been too long.
Then we can go plot and scheme together and then tell each other what we're going to set.
That son of a bitch will never suspect me setting Ewoks.
The Ewoks are coming. They're going to be the ones to save it. I'm setting the Jawas with the Jawacron. All right.
Nicely done.
Yep.
And then last but not least,
we gonna make that prof. And again, I don't have to cut the banner short, so I actually get to just kind of take the stuff.
hey, mole pills. Yeah, Jawa's on defense. Yeah.
Dude, Jawas are actually cool. Fatal did like the whole setup with these, just stupid amount of things is crazy. So we're just gonna do this. Okay, it doesn't matter. Through. Oh, teams, tried hard. All right, so we're going to. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it in.
Yeah.
Cannot believe the dodge. I love this game.
I can.
I know you can. I've watched your stuff. We all know how it goes. So many dodges. I love this game.
It's outrageous.
Dude, it just cracked you up, man. Especially just like you could just knock it off. No, not in ships. We'll just keep doing that.
Yeah, Pill says, I love Jawa's super fast scavenger and a tank ass nebbit and bombs fly. Yeah, there's a current focus datacron targeting the Jawas, but I don't know. I don't know if it does enough.
Fatal got to do it, and I loved it again, man. Jawa was one of my favorite things when it was like broken, and they said we're just gonna leave it.
Fair.
That was one of my favorite things where like actual CG listened, and they said we're just gonna let you keep it, and I was super happy.
Auto injury.
Well, no, it's done.
Yeah, I know.
There's nothing to auto.
Yeah.
74. All right.
Nice work. So where do we end? Oh gosh, that's a killer score. 2066.
This is what I'm telling you. I'm Mr. Efficiency for real. This has been my last round. Hold on. Just so we can see where I was at. I did drop last round. And I ended up with the same guy. I did drop one time, and it was on ships.
Nice.
And that's been me all this season. So yeah, there we go, man.
Nice stuff, man. You want to do a brief review of your attacks for the folks?
Yeah, we'll start. If it doesn't lock me, which it didn't. Okay.
And yes, Benjamin says, congrats on the win, TJ.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, thank you, guys. We'll start bottom and then just work my way through. So bottom front, SLKR, we did the JMK. It worked out for a 65. For the Rey, went with the Queen. Everything went to expect, 57. What do we do next, Tass? I'm going to say Aphra was next. And so I did Saw on that for a 56. For his Tarkin, I had to play it out because I needed to rethink it because he put CX2, which was a smart idea. Baylan for 57, no problem there. And then ended up with the gas because of where we were at, knowing my opponent and doing the scouting. Got to do a C solo for 58. All right. And we kind of started playing back and forth. In the back, he set some, what would you call it, Tess? Stuff. Very good defense cron on the Ahsoka. Because of what I set and how I did it, I was able to Leia that, and that was a 57. For the Tuskens, I got the Traya. It's just Traya, so that was a 57. This Darth Vader, I overkilled it. So I just took Dab Bod. And to be fair, I lost a banner, so I did get a 57 on that. For this Jango team, Funky Thought, but Star Killer for a 56. And for the Rex, all the turns, I took Cere for a 57. And then we have up top. Let's see. So for who do we start with? Started with the. We'll just go top to bottom. So for the mothers, I went ahead and Inquisitors, listened to task, but didn't go all the way. So got a 56 with that. No problem. With the Beck, took Malgus. That came out for a 57, so perfect banners there. For the Finn Zori, Jabba solo. Super easy fight, plays it by itself. I took 2% just to set it up, but that was a 59. For the Fomega, I had a GL left over, so I got to JML it. Again, just dummy, just go in there and beat it. High protection, no problem. And then the Padme, I didn't have to think about it. I like the mechanics if you're trying to do something, but when you're not setting enough to pull stringent anywhere else, I was able to Bane it for actually a 56. So if that gives you any indicator with the dark side help. And then my defense, we already went over it. So you should, as Tass would say, be able to go back to the beginning of the stream to check it out. We are good, sir. You might be muted. I think I see you talking, but I don't hear nothing. So I'm assuming you're.
Oh yeah, yourself. That's right. Yeah, nicely done, TJ. I was going to say, it doesn't seem untoward to say I think you've got this one in the bag. So congratulations and well done. Before I get ready to close us down here, before I just pass out on the keyboard, any words of wisdom? Anything else you want to say to the good folks out there?
No, man, I'm glad we got to do this. Kind of sucks. I know Zarriss is off with the family doing family things. So glad getting to support our local streamer, put something up for the folks on a Friday evening. I know we all look to it. I know I look to it. Sorry was kind of a cheesier side. Also, where I'm at, I'm in Tass's land. So I'm in the sweaty thing. Otherwise, I would want to try more stuff. But unfortunately, I'm trying to face Tass for real, as Link would say. Only way I can do that is playing the fights. So appreciate y'all stopping by. Hopefully you guys learned some things. We kind of talked through some good mechanics on the Queen team versus that and then the JMK. And if you didn't listen, I would hearken you to say go back and listen to the beginning of our stream because there was good key points to making it more successful. Talked about a lot of other good things, but Tass, thanks for having me on. And we'll catch you guys round 3.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Yes, you're welcome, Benjamin. Our pleasure to bring the stream to you guys. Of course, if you want to be in touch with when I'm going to be streaming the next round, you'll want to be on my Discord. That is where you can be in touch with me, be finding out when I'm going live. You got questions, all that kind of thing. We do a lot out there, so check that out. Lady Geek, appreciate you tuning in. Have a good night. Let's see here. Of course, if you're watching me here on Twitch, and you already know I'm live at twitch.tv/Tassinix. I also simulcast now from my YouTube, Tassinix Gaming, where I host a bunch of other Swugger-related content that I think you may be interested in. We've got stuff like the Datacron set guides, JC Omicron tier list, how-to mod guide series, whole bunch of stuff over there. Not the least of which being a rebroadcasting point for my Grand Arena Focus podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal. We break down the last week of combat in the thereabouts of the top 100 of Kyber 1. We talk about how we dealt with the meta matchups, our favorite attacks and defenses of the week, our lessons learned for the week to come, and anything else worth sharing. So that is native to Spotify, but wherever you find an episode, check the description. There is a link you can use to plug into your preferred podcast program and follow us there. So anything you enjoy on the YouTube channel, guys, please hit like, hit subscribe if you want to see more. Really appreciate that support. It does mean a lot. Yeah, Megatron, appreciate you guys. Good night. No worries, man. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, if you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty to support the stream, there are a few ways to do that. First, I do have a Cash App, that is $Tassinix. I do have a PayPal, which is tassinix@gmail.com. And if you would like to get some improved scouting power for your own Grand Arenas, early access to some of my content, and a couple other odds and ends perks, you may be interested in checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/Tassinix. For any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player, there is something there of interest for you, At $5 a month, you enter the Task House at VIP access level, where you get early access to the Plotting and Scheming podcast that's coming out to our general audience Friday mornings at 8 a.m., but patrons get it as early as Tuesday night, within hours of us recording it, so you'll have that extra edge going into the first round of the week. In addition, early access to the Datacron set guide videos, and of course, a dedicated text and voice chat on Discord where you will usually find me lurking, so pop on in and say hi. Thank you so much to Andrew, Banja, Deadpool Cow 28, JJ's Productions Twitch, Jobin4527, Miasmol, Mus Ross, Raise Malvis, Sam Vimes, Sheepdog 47, Squed, Stark Strategy Gamer, Sweens 14, and White Wolf. Moving on up to the $10 a month tier is VIP Access Plus, where you get a bundled Patreon access to me and to your choice of either OmegaBot or Hot Utils Patreon. OmegaBot's that tool that I highlight at the start of the stream, has those handy graphs to give you a powerful, at-a-glance sense of what your opponent's about on offense, on defense. Anybody can use the tool to scout their opponent's last week of history for free, but only patrons can prepare a custom report with any number of weeks. You get a downloadable HTML version of the report with links that you can click that go right back into Swugga.gg or Insight, just helping you further minimize your scout time. Alternatively, you might go for Hot Utils Patreon, aka Chili, which is the #1 tool for your mass mod management and loadout creation. No other tool lets you switch so easily between your Grand Arena, TB, TW, and Raid mods. Use it to remod your roster comprehensively like TJ and Fatal do. You can slice through hundreds of mods in seconds. Be a big help to your guild and TW. Whole bunch of good stuff. But no wrong way to go at VIP Access Plus. Thank you so much to Dobby, Esh Sotnikam, Meow for Me, Mr. Tony, Ploon, Shake23501, Single Malt Jedi, Snack Attack, Striker, and Troublefingers. Yeah, Yotter. Oh, you guys just raiding in? I gotta see. Let me flip over. Did I miss that? Yeah, Troopers on Break just raided in. Yeah, guys, I actually am just wrapping up. So I'll raid you guys out to somebody else too. Don't worry, I won't leave you hanging. But yes, I'll flash the board here in a second so you can see. Suffice it to say, though, I had an Erodium account matchup tonight, so I crushed that guy in a few minutes, and then TJ was kind enough to actually give us a show to watch. So, TJ's one of my co-hosts on the Plotting and Scheming podcast, and I really appreciate he made the time. So, yeah. All right, anyways, let me flip this back. Man, does it not like when I do that? All right. At VIP Access Premium, that's $15 a month for the Double Bot bundle. So Patreon access for me, OmegaBot, and Hot Utils all in one subscription. You can't actually buy the bots alone for cheaper out on the market, which is why my patrons say, so many of them say, this is one of the best value bundles in Swugga. Thank you so much to Argots, Arj, Big Ninja, Duckstab, Darth Link, Frick Frack Paddywhack, General Milan, Ivanek, Johnny B. Ottawa, Kev, Mini GK, Pills, Quig, Saldag, Sir Boss, Sophis, The Lost Womp Rat, Wilco, and Zoltre. And at the top of the list in Jester's Club Elite, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper. This madman pops in the stream from time to time and drops hundreds of subs, thousands of biddies. He did it literally just last stream, so if you randomly have been here before and found yourself coming back to the channel with a Twitch sub, you have Nomads very likely to thank. So thank you so much, my man. And of course, last but never least, our special thanks. First, to the Lost Womp Rat. You know, in addition to being a patron of mine, he's really just gone above and beyond the call of duty, helping me optimize my OBS setup, helping me set up my Stream Deck, really just improving the quality of life for me, doing what I already enjoy doing with you guys. So, yeah, thanks so much, Womp. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for all you do in the background, bringing me alcohol, coffee, food, or just keeping our daughter from destroying the place while I'm trying to be halfway decent at a phone game. And of course, to Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal, my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming. Gentlemen, as always, thank you for taking the time out of your busy work and family schedules to record our weekly show. I learn from you guys every week. Hopefully, the feeling is occasionally mutual, but it's not about us. It's about our community. lots of interest, engagement, conversation, questions around the show. You guys add so much depth to the conversation, and I really appreciate it. All right, let's move back over to the main scene. So, yeah, guys, TJ had a great run. He didn't drop any fights. Beautiful work. His opponent had a couple drops, so it's in the bag for him. As far as me, I'll be back hopefully with a legitimate round of my own on Sunday evening. But I do have a double feature for you for this round. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'll be streaming one of my patrons' battles, Striker. If you're a fan of the channel, you've seen him here before because these Erodiums do pop up often enough that I have the time. So tune back in tomorrow for that one. And yeah, appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and look for somewhere to raid you guys out. Get that redirect rolling. Wow. I said I was going to raid you out to somebody, but it looks like I'm the only person live. So, I don't know. Sorry about that, YouTube folks. Don't know what to do for you there. And we might be in trouble on the Twitch side, too, because I guess Zarriss gone for the evening. Okay, I want to say I've seen Mad Maximin pop in the chat
I told you
before,
I had to
so
put
let's
you
go ahead
on,
and
Sass.
raid him. What's up?
Folks needed something to watch, so that's why I had to make sure we had it on for tonight for everybody.
That's right. That's right. Okay, well, all right, TJ. Again, thank you for giving us something to do tonight. Appreciate everybody who tuned in to watch, and we'll see you all, at least if you don't tune in for the double feature tomorrow, we'll see you on Sunday for round 3. Until next time, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Take care.